Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This video is brought to you by Edullect Academy. Ahsanul Qawaid sessions are delivered by Ustadh Shah Ali. Please like, subscribe and share.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وسلم. All praise and thanks belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we send our abundant salutations and prayers upon our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So alhamdulillah, we now are in lesson number 21. So the objective of today's session is to cover lesson 21 and lesson 22 on page 30 and 31. We're now moving into some of the more technical aspects of understanding how to recite the Quran with the relevant rules pertaining to the recitation of Quran, i.e. the rules of tajweed. So you will note that in lesson 21 you are now being introduced to a new terminology called mad. The word mad basically means, in terms of its application, stretching a word. So you stretch a word like we've done before, like in the example you have ba, alif, ba, we've stretched it, ba, wal, dhamma, bu, and ba, ya, kasra, bi. So we've stretched it. So what we are doing there is actually we are doing a mad, meaning we are stretching. Now, mad is probably one of the areas of tajweed that there are so many variations, so it can get quite complex and it can be bewildering for new learners and particularly beginners. It's also bewildering for people who already can recite the Quran. They may apply all the rules or at least most of the rules, but they might not know the terminologies or the rationale or reason behind why they're applying those rules, or even being able to identify the actual rules themselves. So again, because we are looking at the beginning as a starter, I'm not going to go into the full technicalities. That is for a later session where we study tajweed. So we are going to go into the various forms of mad terminologies, and we're going to make sure that you understand them fully. But for the purpose of making sure that this session is worthwhile, I would like to introduce to you some terminologies which at the bottom of my video, if you have a look on the section which is empty besides the page, you'll find the terminologies written again so that you can refer to them. So in the book, it simply states short mad and long mad. The good thing is, in this typeface Quran, or this type of Quran, the way it's written, the two types of mad, the long mads, are actually separate to the short mads. The symbols are separate. In some other Quran, like for example the Madinin print, they're not separate, and some other prints, they're not separate. And you have to know whether it's a long mad or a short mad. Now, what's the difference? Well, the difference is a long mad is recited between 2 to 4 beats long. So it's not like the mad that we've studied so far. So the mad that we've studied so far is known as mad asli. So that's one of the terminologies given to that mad. So if you have a look at these, all of these mad, these are mad aslis. So ba, bu, bi, sa, su, si. You never make them more than 2 beats long or 2 seconds long. Whereas the other ones where you have this symbol, the dagger symbol, or you have the wave symbol, you will make them much longer. So the wave symbol, which is on the next page, which we will study a bit later, is 3 counts long or 3 beats long, and the ones which are dagger, they are 5 beats long. Now, I should forewarn you, because in some tajweed books and some teachers will say make sure it's 6 or make sure it's 5 or minimum it's 5. Others will say it's between 2 to 5 or 2 to 4. What's important for you to remember is that these are all approximations. So go with whatever text that you are studying, and it's most likely to be accurate. And make sure that when you study with your Ustadh, they are using a relevant text and they are giving you the relevant information that's needed. And you'll be absolutely fine. So these mads for these particular mads are actually part of these two in particular. They form part of the mad far'i. So in mad far'i there are also various sections, there are various types of mad as well. So we're only interested in two types of mad in all honesty. In this particular case, we're interested mad munfasil and muttasil. So in this instance, these mad where you have the dagger are mad which are referred to as mad muttasil. Okay, you don't have to remember the name, but if you did, it's good. So in your book, just write this down: mad muttasil, and this one is mad munfasil. Okay, so the dagger one, long one, which is 5 beats long or 5 harakats long, is mad muttasil, and then the one which is 3 counts or 3 beats long is mad munfasil. Okay, so let's make a start. So these, if you wanted to write the name of these mad, again these are mad asli. Okay, mad asli. So these are 2 harakat or 2 beats long. So let's recite them now. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Ba. Repeat after me, please. Bu. Bi. Sa. Su. Si. So those are mad aslis. So I hope that's clear. And we've done these before, so you should be familiar with them. Now we move into the new. These are known as, all of these which have these dagger symbols, mad muttasil. Okay, so we have to make these mad 5 counts long. So how do we do that? Ba. Okay, so that's approximately 5 counts or 5 seconds. Again, it's approximation. If you do it approximately around that length, then that's absolutely fine. So repeat after me. Ba. One more time. Ba. Next. Ja. Again. Ja. Next. Sa. Again. Sa. Next. Sha. Again. Sha. Next. Ma'aha. One more time. Ma'aha. Okay, so here 5, here just standard, not elongated at all. So this is short. And then this one is 2 beats long. Okay, so next one. Su'i. One more time. Su'i. Next. Ata'an. One more time. Ata'an. Next. Ghutha'an. Again. Ghutha'an. Next. Nisa'an. Again. Nisa'an. Next. Ada'un. Again. Ada'un. Next. Sawa'un. Again. Sawa'un. Next. جزاء. Again, جزاء. Next, بلاء. Again, بلاء. And then دماءكم. Again, دماءكم. One more time. دماءكم. Next. حنفاء. Again. حنفاء. One more time. حنفاء. MashaAllah. Next. وراءه. Remember the who is the reverse dhamma, which means two harakat. It's like saying ha, wow, dhamma, who. Okay, so same principle. Again, 5 harakats or beats long there. So again, let's repeat. وراءه. One more time. وراءه. MashaAllah. Next. أولياء. One more time. أولياء. And then next. جيء. One more time. جيء. Next. سيء. Again. سيء. Next word. يضيء. One more time. يضيء. Next. بريء. One more time. بريء. Next word. خطيئته. Okay. Again. خطيئته. One more time. خطيئته. MashaAllah. So well done. We're now going to move to the next page where we've got some more examples. ملائكة. One more time. ملائكة. Okay, so Alhamdulillah. Now note where you've got the daga alif on the lam. It makes no difference because the mad muttasil takes precedence in that case. Okay. Now we've got the mad munfasil. So mad munfasil in this case is 3 harakats long according to the text that we are looking at now. All right. So Ya Adamu. Okay, so slightly shorter than the mad muttasil. Okay, so Ya Adamu. One more time. Ya Adamu. Okay, next. Kabaira. Again. Kabaira. Next. لا إله إلا أنت. MashaAllah, that's a long one, so repeat. Again. لا إله إلا أنت. One more time. لا إله إلا أنت. MashaAllah. So the next one. جاءوك. Again. جاءوك. MashaAllah. آلائي. Again. آلائي. MashaAllah. Next. باء. Again. باء. Next. أولئك. Again. أولئك. MashaAllah. Now, in this word, we have both types. Mad munfasil, mad muttasil. So let's see how we recite this one. هؤلاء. Okay, so 3 and 5. Repeat again after me. هؤلاء. MashaAllah. One more time. هؤلاء. MashaAllah. Okay, so now we're going to progress to lesson 22, which is similar to the lesson that we did before. Now, in this case, this is part of the mad far'i family, but this type of mad is known as mad lazim. And mad lazim is when you have a mad which is the same symbol as the mad muttasil, but you have a shadda that joins the next letter together. Okay, so immediately after mad muttasil letter, the letter that contains the mad muttasil, you have a shadda on the following letter, so you have to join it. And as a result, you have to recite that 5 harakats long. So let's recite this. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. So we're on page 31, by the way, lesson 22. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Dallan. Okay, so I may have said it's 6, so I'm used to reciting 5 or 6. So you recite this now. Again, ضالا. MashaAllah. حاجك. Again, حاجك. MashaAllah. Next, دابة. Again, دابة. MashaAllah. Next, رادك. MashaAllah. Again, رادك. MashaAllah. Now, next one, خاصة. Again, خاصة. MashaAllah. Next one, كافة. Again, كافة. MashaAllah. Next, بضارهم. MashaAllah. One more time. بضارهم. MashaAllah. Next, تحاضون. Again, تحاضون. MashaAllah. This one is جان. Again, you have to hold the nun, okay? Again, جان. Okay, note, I'm actually making it 5 beats long or harakats long, and then the ghunna is 2, and then nun, okay? So, جان. Repeat. MashaAllah. Here, Amina. Okay, so good. MashaAllah. So remember the meme, you hold the meme for 2 beats. So 5 harakats or beats, and then 2 beats or 2 harakats, 2 seconds, and then mi is again 2. Okay, and then the na. So Amina. Okay, let's just try this one more time. Amina. MashaAllah. Next, Wannina. Again, same principle as this one. So again, ظَنِّينَ. MashaAllah. Here, ضَالِّينَ. Again, ضَالِّينَ. MashaAllah. Next, الآن. Again, الآن. MashaAllah. And then the final one, Allahu. Remember the Lam of Allah? Okay, so just repeat that again. Okay, so make sure the Lam of Allah is Allah. Okay, so again, Allahu. One more time. Allahu. Okay, Alhamdulillah. So this completes our exercise and review of the rules of mad when they appear on the letters, so how to recite them. So there are now in total 4 types of mads that I've recited and we've recited together. Mad asli, which is the ones which are 2 harakat. You have mad muttasil, which is the one which has the dagger, and that's 5 harakats long, of beats or seconds, however you want to refer to that. And then mad muttasil, which is the one where it's got the wavy symbol, and that's recited as 3 beats long. Some say 2 to 4. And then we looked at mad lazim, and mad lazim is the one where you have the shadda immediately after, and there are other variations of lazim as well. When we come to them, we will explain them. So you don't necessarily need to remember those definitions. What you need to be able to is be able to apply them. Okay, so I hope it's been very useful. I know it's quite a difficult exercise, particularly the mad, trying to keep your breath going. So one of the things you have to exercise is your breathing technique when you are reciting a mad, a word which contains a mad, or letters which contain mads. Okay, so we're not done with mads. There are more mads to study in the future sections. So when we come to them, I will review them together with you. But for now, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for you. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keep you in best of health and best of iman. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
We hope you benefited from this video. Please like, subscribe and share so that you too can be rewarded for the work that we do.